Thank you guys for coming to day 3. We're going to try to break through blocks. Basically, right, as you're going through things in your business, and yes, you set all these goals and these dreams, and you know you want to be here, sometimes you get stuck. And depending on where you are in life and where you are emotionally, where you are in your mindset, sometimes when you get stuck, you can either quit or just stay stuck. And so I wanted to have conversation around this and open it up to discussion to see if, to give you some tools and help you guys break through any blocks. I want you guys to think about what blocks you in this business, or if you've ever had a time where you've hit a block, what was it? What is it that's stopping you? And if there's anything that keeps coming up, is there a pattern forming of when you stop in your business and when you feel blocked in your business? Is it the same thing or is it the same reason? Okay, type in the chat what you got. We can also open it up to conversation. Does anyone want to hit me with any? Think about times when you have blocks in your business and you're not seeing the results that you're trying to get. And you're like, why? Or you have a block in your business that you just either want to give up or you're like, I'll just come back later. Or you're wondering why you're not moving forward. Corrine said she used to have a block of being intimidated to share that I sold oils. And that block is long gone. Do you want to share a little bit? Maybe what it was, what it felt like, what it looked like, and how you got through it?
Hi, yes, I can share. So when I first started building doTERRA, like I knew that it was something that could take me somewhere because I loved using the oils on myself and Kai, but I always had like this fear of what people would think when I told them that I sold oil. So it was kind of like I was shamed, but not because, you know, like doTERRA isn't legit or that it wasn't working, but it was because we live in a world that where we always have to seek approval from other people. And I mean, I know that in this business we help people, but I feel like there's like this fine line of trying to seek their approval when you're trying to get oils into their home, because they're, first of all, some of them may be uneducated. They already have this opinion of what oils are and what kind of people they associate oils with. So it's like, you know, everyone's like, oh my God, only hippies use oils or voodoo witches or whatever. But now, you know, ever since doTERRA's, I mean, I know it's been around for 10 years, but now that essential oils is becoming a fad, it's like, you know, we have doctors using oils, we have stay-at-home moms, we have people with 9-to-5 jobs, we have people in jobs that people are like, wait, you use oils, but you work at blah, blah, blah. So it's like, we live in this world where it's okay for us. Sorry, I feel like I'm kind of rambling and going off subject, but so we live in a world where we seek approval. And, you know, the only way I felt like I got through that block was to remind myself that oils is bigger than all of that, you know, that once you do get to share these oils and get oils into everyone's homes, it's like very rewarding. So it makes you want to like keep doing it. And then sorry, I don't know why I'm getting like kind of emotional. That's kind of weird, sorry.
You're great.
But yeah, now I'm like losing my train of thought and I wasn't sure where I was going with this, but
oils are bigger than all of that.
Yeah. So it's like when you finally get past the fear of you know, what will people think of me when I sell oils, you'll start to see the benefits and how it truly helps your emotional state and how it helps your family and how it in turn helps other people.
Yeah.
I hope that even made sense.
Yeah. No, for sure. It was so good.
Thank you.
So the things that I was hearing from Kareen was shame, seeking approval, acceptance, fear. And the reason why I wrote that down was because I feel like a lot of the blocks that are going to come up with anyone's business is going to be a lot of those types of words. And what got her through that was oils are bigger than all of it, all of us, right? Oils are bigger than your fear, your shame, your seek of approval, right? And the thought of what will people think of me doesn't matter because the purpose is so much greater. At the end of the day, you guys, it's all about mindset. And Kareen had to go through some mindset work and some belief work in order to get past that. Am I right? With the mindset and belief work, Kareen?
Yes, you are. You are on point with that.
Because otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in the shame, and right? You're going to be like, I'm too scared. I'm too scared to reach out to people. I'm too scared to share because I'm worried about what people are going to think of me. And at the end of the day, telling yourself over and over, no, this is so much greater than that. It doesn't matter what people think about me because not sharing these oils, you have to train your brain to be like, if I don't share these oils, shame on me. Instead of being like, I feel shame to share oils. If I don't share oils, shame on me because these oils are amazing and it can do so much and it can be so helpful to everyone's lives. You don't want to look back and be like, oh, or you don't want somebody else, like people that you know, you're like, oh, I got my oils, oh my gosh, and it didn't come from you, and then you're like on the side, like shucks, because I was scared to reach out to them, or maybe I was worried about what they think of me. Somebody else shared oils with them, and I missed out. You know. So don't let fear and don't let seeking approval stop you. And if it is right now, you're going to have to go through some mindset work and some belief work and tell yourself the new belief. So up-level your mindset to know that this has a big purpose, and then switch your belief. Instead of I'm ashamed to share, it would be shame on me if I don't share this because this is something so good and so great. Yeah. Anybody else have any blocks? Alyssa wrote, I just got back in the business, but I remember I had a block for asking people to do LRP and spend a high monthly amount of money. And then you have another one too. Thank you so much for bringing two. That's awesome. Alyssa, are you willing to share if this is something you have worked on and broken through, and what your belief is now? Oh, okay. You don't think you've broken through it. Okay. So let me share two. Okay. I'm like, should I go with the first concern or do two? I just got back in business. Remember, you had a block of asking people to do LRP and spend a high amount of money. Okay. So basically, my answer to that. And by the way, you guys, I was there. I've been where you are. I've had all the blocks. I promise you. And I've had to do the work to get through it. And at the end of the day, I had to tell myself, like, if I want to be successful in this business and if I want to keep moving forward, then I need to break through these blocks, right? So maybe start there. If I want to be successful and I want to I want to move forward. I have to break through these blocks. So, what do I need to do to break through? For Alyssa's, having people do LRP and spend a high monthly amount of money, right? That's going to be with belief and money belief. And so, see how Alyssa said, spend a high monthly amount of money. Alyssa believes that 125 a month or $50, $100 is a high amount of money. Not that it's nothing, but you know what I'm trying to get to? So if you believe that something is too much money, then you're going to push that belief onto other people, or it's going to stop you from asking the question when to them, maybe they don't believe that LRP is too much money because they see the value in their health and in the products that doTERRA has to offer. And they see the value in the LRP program, getting reward points back. And LRP can go both ways. Either you're thinking that they don't want to do it and it's too much money, or they think that it's too much money and they don't want to do it. And you're going to have to be the strong one. You're going to have to be the strong one to help get them through that. Because at the end of the day, you want them to see the LRP, the value of LRP, so that they get into that. Yeah, it is money, but I kind of want to remove the money and just remember that it's about sharing oils with people and helping them to get on a daily wellness plan. And when they're shifting the products in their home to doTERRA, they're going to spend the money anyway. They're going to spend the money buying other products. They're going to spend tons of money going to the doctor, buying all the over-the-counter drugs. They're going to waste time going to the doctor. I've shared this story before, but my daughter was 9 months old and she had hand, foot, mouth disease. I wasn't even here. I was in Bali, so I was bawling my eyes out at my firstborn because when your first child gets sick, it's very scary. And I'm like, what is hand, foot, and mouth? What? And my husband took her to the doctor, and the doctor says, "There's nothing that I can do for hand, foot, and mouth. There's nothing for that. Take her home, give her Tylenol for her fever, and then just wash her hands and make sure that maybe you can put something on the rash." And that's time, that's money. My husband had to leave his job. We work to pick her up with who was watching her, take her to the doctor, bring her back home. Time and money. You're going to save people from that. And they're going to spend money in buying laundry detergent, right? Hand soap, the over-counter drugs that I just explained, supplements. People buy that. I went to Whole Foods a few months ago, the new one. No, that wasn't a month ago. That wasn't a few months ago. It opened like so long ago. Time is flying by. The one by Ward. And I was walking through the most people that I saw in the aisle. That aisle was the supplement section. So I was being nosy and I was like, what are they looking for? And it was literally like immunity, sleep, regular vitamins. People are spending the money. But now you're just going to help them shift into doTERRA. The other thing about LRP and money in general is people have money. Everyone has money. Everyone works hard. It just depends on where they're going to spend it and how they're going to spend it. And wouldn't you rather have them spend it in their health and wellness, in really good wellness natural products, while getting reward points back, which you can't get anywhere else? Right? Do you know a reward point system for buying products that is supportive to your health? I'm trying to think where I get reward points, and that's like Starbucks and Sephora, right? So I don't really have any reward points for my health and wellness. So for the fact that doTERRA can give that is huge. So at the end of the day, it's going to be us. It's going to be us and our money beliefs, and then us instilling the value into the products and into health and helping people, because they will want to do LRP after knowing what you teach them but not everyone will. So remember in the build guide, in one of the first pages, it was like, why do this business? Why join doTERRA? And one of the things was that doTERRA grew as quickly as Apple and is still doing very well in the same 7-year span that Apple grew, right? The other one was 65% retention. And that just means when someone buys a product, they're going to come back and buy more or the same product. So the fact that doTERRA has 65% retention rate means that the products are that good. So we actually don't have to work that hard. And we're not really selling. I mean, it's sales. Yes, we know it's sales. We're sharing. We're educating. I think it's education. That's the main. And when you guys speak in a way that relates to people and you're speaking from experience, then people want that too. When you show them the life that you're living and it's inspiring, people want that too. You know, they're like, oh, how do you have so much energy? Why do you look so good? You have like 2 kids now. You look happy. Like, you look like you're enjoying life. And how are you traveling? You know, just all those types of questions. And you're like, we have health. You know, my kids are barely sick because we use oils. And I'm happy because I have my oils. So anytime I'm stressed out, I can breathe that in. And I've been taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's been helping me with my energy, my immune system. That's literally what got me through my pregnancy, this Lifelong Vitality Pack. And when you talk in ways like that, people are like, oh, instead of talking ways of, oh, by the way, you say we're doing a welcome call. Thank you so much for buying your first kit. I'm so excited for you. Don't forget to use your oils, bust it out. And by the way, doTERRA also has supplements and products. And I really think you should get the Lifelong Vitality Pack and the On Guard line compared to, thank you so much for getting your oils with me. I'm so honored to be your wellness advocate. Make sure you ask me any questions. I don't want you to just buy your kit and not use it. I want you to open up your bottles and smell them. If you got a diffuser, set that up, put some water in it, put a few drops of oil. Let me know what you think. And you know, in our first class, you mentioned to me these health concerns, and I just wanted to suggest a few other products that match that. These are products that I use as well. Sorry, there's a bug. These are products that I use as well, and this is what it's done for myself, my body, or my children, or you know. And so you're telling stories in education, and you're talking in a way that you can be relatable, because you're instilling value, and they want this life. They want to live healthy. They want to live long, and so they're going to see the value in LRP. And when you up-level your mindset and the beliefs of the money part, you won't be scared to ask them, what do you think? Do you think that you want to do LRP? Is the free oil something that excites you? You know, and you can ask them in a way like that, instead of being like, so you're going to get LRP? Are you going to do 150 PV every month? Are you going to order that much? You know, it's also the way that you speak and you present it, for sure. Okay, hope that was helpful. Okay, Alyssa said on the emotional side, I've had a lot of emotional blocks, like I'm not a leader. I'm not good enough to have a team. No one's going to want to build this with me. It's going to be hard to find people. And I don't think, okay, that is a lot of blocks for sure. I'm not a leader. I'm not good enough to have a team. No one's going to want to build this with me, and it's going to be hard to find people. I promise you guys, again, I have these same thoughts. And I go through it in cycles. It comes back around and it comes back around again. And I found a lot of builders. You guys have seen what I've done, and I promise you I have these same thoughts all the time. Especially when it's like, oh my gosh, I have so many builders and I can barely keep up with each of you. And I am doing my best. And I still feel like a lot of the time I'm not good enough, and I'm not enough of a leader. I'm not enough to my customers. I promise you I feel that too. And then I'm like, I want to grow my team, but I'm not good enough. Why? Like, I can't even keep up with my current customers or my current builders. Why do I want to add? People are self-reliable. They're responsible. people can do the things on their own because they want to be here, right? So telling yourself, I am enough. This is what I have to offer. It's kind of just, it is going to be what it is, because there's so many resources out there and there's so much support. And when you start a business anywhere else, there's no support. There's no support, right? Say like, okay, I'm gonna start a bikini line. And I'm like, where do I start? Honestly, who is there to talk to? Nobody, right? Unless you know someone who's a good friend that has some connection or has done it before, who's willing to share their secrets with you. It's literally going to be you starting from scratch, reaching out to people like factories or vendors, whatever it is. And you're going to open up a store, and then you're like, oh, I need all these permits. And where do you figure that out? No one teaches you, no one trains you. When you're joining a business like doTERRA, you have the love and support from a team, your upline, your family, hopefully your family. If not, don't worry, because you have this team. Until the belief of your family and your friends build and they see what's possible, and then they're right there supporting you. So this team is good enough. The business is good enough. doTERRA has an entire training, right? People themselves are resourceful. So yeah, I mean, you have a lot to offer. So you definitely are good enough. The rest is going to be mindset and, I would say, experience. I'm not saying that people won't join you in this business until you are a silver rank. I'm not saying that. But I will say that as you go through the motions and as you do this business, your experience will draw people in for sure. And the fact that you've been doing this business for so long, people are going to want to trust you because they see you in it for the long run. They don't want to join someone who's like going to do this for a couple months and then move on to another MLM or just move on to something else. You have to build trust, you have to build connection, and then you have to build your mindset and just be you and be attracting those people. Okay? Not a leader. You're gonna grow into one. I'm not good enough. And we used to do this training in the very beginning called Pre-Elite, before we had Empowered Success and all that. And in Pre-Elite, Alyssa, you went through this one. We're talking about the power of affirmations. Affirmations and affirmations. In the beginning of the day, you ask yourself a question. Throughout the day, you see a answer. At the very end of the day, you see a statement. Why am I good enough? Why am I good enough to be a leader? Why is anyone going to want to build this team with me? You go through the day and you're doing your work. At the end of the day, you're going to have all the answers. And maybe not all, but you're going to have some answers. And you're going to be like, I'm good enough. I'm good enough to be a leader because I show up in my business every day, because I use essential oils and I have stories to share, because I have a purpose. And it would suck. It would not be good on me if I don't share that with others. I'm good enough because I am willing to be here for the long run, and people are going to see that. I'm good enough because I'm a mom of 3. Single mom of 3, Alyssa. I'm a single mom of 3. I'm killing it. And people are inspired by me. And I know that I've grown a lot, and I know that I'm strong, and they're going to want to join someone who's strong and growing and in it for the long run. Okay? Okay, don't cry, please. Alyssa, I hope that was helpful. Sydney, I've had a mental block with staying on track with doTERRA, treating it like a business. I feel like this may be rooted from the fact that I didn't have any enrollments last month. So emotionally, I felt disconnected and like nothing I take in can resonate with me, or I can't stick to something I say I'm going to do. But I feel like the training has been helping me a lot. A refresh, but a lot getting some clarity on things that confuse me. So thank you. Yeah. It sounds like you figured it out. Whenever you feel like, yeah, you basically just ran through how you figured it out. I had a mental block with staying on track with doTERRA, treating it like a business. I feel like It may be rooted from the fact that you didn't have any enrollments, and emotionally you felt disconnected, and nothing that you can take in will resonate with you, or you can't stick to something. You feel like training's been helping a lot. Um, there's a big training in Prague put on by Triple Diamond in doTERRA, Alish Sadavi. If you have been doing daily mentor calls or you heard about that, she's the one doing it. And she invited people to Prague to a training. She owns a hotel in Prague. So all you have to do is pay for I think just your stay, but the training itself is free. And I was thinking to myself, I've been going to so many trainings. I think I just need to stay back and do. And that's where I am right now. I saw a leader post on the Diamond page. The reason why he did this was because it's like he was like, Bible. Said something about the Bible. He's like, just because you've read the Bible doesn't mean that you stop reading the Bible. You keep reading the Bible to build your faith and to remind yourself and to keep getting inspired. And I thought that was really cool because you keep going to business trainings to maybe you learn something that you didn't know, maybe you're brushing up on the basics, but you're also getting inspiration. And so I think coming to trainings are definitely going to be helpful when you have a block like that. And the only other thing is like you have to treat your business like a business if you want it to create income like a business. Treat your business like a hobby. You're not going to make money because hobbies don't make money. Right? Yeah. Okay. I just want to say, Sydney, like it's just amazing that you had a block and then you figured your way through it. And that's the biggest thing that you can do. Work through your blocks. You have an amazing support. You have Kareen as your mentor, and I know that you guys have a really open relationship. You guys are good friends, and that's when Kareen was telling me about it. I was like, that is so bomb. Like I love that, and the best thing you can do is continue that relationship of being open and honest so that she can support you and she knows where you're at. Okay, awesome. Let me know if you guys have any others. I just want to give you some tips. I didn't like really bring blocks. I just brought some really good tips. Hopefully they're really good. Hopefully you think they're good. Hey Brett. We went through some blocks that some of the girls had, and now I'm just going to go through some tips of how to work through your blocks. Okay. First of all, I'm going to say go back to your why and understand it. Does everyone have a why? Does everyone know what a why is? I can't see your faces, so you guys are going to have to chat. Does everyone have a why? Do you know what a why is? I struggled with this for maybe the first year of doing this business, not gonna lie. I like literally didn't know what my why was. And I had a why. Like the reason why I'm motivated to even launch in my business was because I wanted more time with my daughter and I wanted to have income from staying home with her and working at home. That was my why. It doesn't need to be deep, but you're going to start somewhere, right? If you guys ever watch the team call recorded library, you will see my why deepen over the amount of time that I've been doing this business. You probably see me crying a lot. I love team calls. And as you guys start building your teams, I really hope that you start doing team calls as well. You do not have to rely on me at all. I want you guys to be leaders in your own, for sure. But I am definitely here. And when you do team calls like that, you guys talk about your whys. I think your why will start to deepen. When you record these team calls, like I mentioned with mine, you will see the progress of my why deepen. But it started with I wanted to create an income. I wanted to work at home so I could spend more time with my daughter. I ended up having another baby, and pregnancy is not easy. So those of you who have gone through how many pregnancies with a job, I don't know how you did it, and I like seriously applaud you so much. To be able to be home and work and create my own schedule and have an income and raise my daughter and get pregnant and have that pregnancy and then give birth. And, you know, I had another baby after that. That was major. My why ended up deepening, I feel like, with each rank in this business and working with people and understanding what doTERRA's mission is. And so I really, really hope that you guys go to convention, you go to leadership. Your why will go so deep that it's like, it's so amazing. And you will never, I would never quit this business just because of how deep my why is. And if something ever happens to this business, my why will probably forever stay the same. I want you guys to work on your why. When you go to the Gold Drop Builders and Sharers support page, there's even a worksheet that says find your why. And my biggest advice with that worksheet is to keep it. In a few months, print a new one out, fill that out by hand. Keep that. Few months, print it out again and fill it out. Because writing it down, there's something powerful about actually writing something and revisiting something and getting it into your mind and into your, pretty much down to your soul. So your why is going to be very, very important. I would love for you guys to just share. It can be very, I want to create a life for my family. I want to create a future for my kids. I want to help people. I want to share these essential oils with others. Just something about your why. I would love you guys to chat. Okay, so understand your why. When you're breaking through blocks and when you've hit a block, you need to break through. You need to remember your why. That should give you motivation and purpose. Resources. Go back to resources. You have so many resources. We are so lucky. I forget what I literally Google everything. Anytime I have a question. I can't remember an example right now. Anytime you have a question in your business, anytime you reach a block, Google it. Or remember the other night I was talking into my phone and some people had no idea what I was doing. Instagram listens. Instagram's listening. Unless you close out your apps. Instagram is listening. So when you tell Instagram, I'm blocked. I need a way to manage all my tasks and manage my schedule better. You'll start to see things pop up of like all these programs of this is how you training on Trello and this is this program and that program, how you organize your projects and organize your schedule. And it like is mind-blowing. But you can also Google best managing tips. Everything is there. We are so lucky in our generation and in this day of age to have every resource that you need. If you're like if your block is time, if your block is I don't know how to effectively invite people. I've been inviting people and no one is saying yes. Go back to the Empowered Success and look through the scripts. Find any other trainings. Go on YouTube and type in doTERRA Presidential Diamond or Blue Diamond or doTERRA How to Invite Better. You don't understand Power of 3 and you want to structure really well. I used to watch Power of 3 training videos on YouTube. Okay, so you have all the resources. When you hit a block, find a resource. Another resource is a person. Talk to your upline. Talk to someone in the position of where you want to be. And of course, doTERRA trainings. And of course, sorry, another one. One of my biggest supports and my like sounding block is my husband. And if your husband isn't there yet or your partner isn't there yet, that's okay. Grow into that. But talk to someone who you can bounce things off of. I've broken through so many blocks. Okay. Motivation. What gets you motivated? I know I would say your why, but also dream boarding, your goals, your dreams. You have to use that to motivate you. Because what are you working towards? If you don't know what you're working towards, how are you motivated? Where are you going to grab motivation from? You don't just need a purpose and a meaning like your why, but you need goals and dreams. That's so good, Alyssa. I have a dream boarding uh, recording in the Build and Sharers library, and so you can do your dream board. What I like about this dream board is it's Aloha Dream Board with Tiare Thomas, but it's not just, okay, cut out pictures and put all your dreams on a board. It's making you think about 9 different areas of your life so that you're not missing anything. And it's also helping you sit in gratitude for what you do have. So I think that's pretty cool too. So dream boarding, setting goals, dreams, understanding your why, having a purpose and somewhere you want to get to motivate you to get there. Classes and trainings, revisit those. Nope, I'm not talking about business trainings. I'm sorry. I was thinking in my mind trainings like business trainings, but we already talked about that in resources. What classes and trainings are is connecting you to your oils, taking essential oil classes, challenging yourself in teaching a new class because that will help you learn something new. And then having your resources and sitting with your oils and, you know, deepening your belief, your purpose, your understanding, your education, everything that you have to offer with essential oils, and then going to extra trainings. There's a Blue and Presidential Diamond Summit that's happening right now with the doTERRA high ranking leaders. That's going to lead right into the doTERRA incentive trip for the year. And because they were coming here, they actually had a few trainings in Hawaii this past week. Desiree I don't want to say her last name wrong. It's Filipino, I think. Meganag, something. Desiree. She was having trainings on I Am Fabulous. And those are using essential oils to support your emotions. And then Boyd Truman was doing Symphony of the Cells, and that's using essential oils in the body and the different parts of your back. I don't really understand. I didn't take that training. But taking extra classes and trainings that'll help to use your oils more and connect more with your oils and get you excited. If you're not excited to teach or you're stagnant or you're teaching the same thing, it's because you need to learn something. You need to learn something new. You need to deepen your connection. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, Ange Peters just talked about that too. Yes. Okay. Self-care. Breaking through blocks. You're at a block. Go back to self-care. Maybe you're a little bit too worn down. Maybe you're overwhelmed. Maybe you have all these kids. You're doing all the things for everyone. You worry about your family. You worry about your friends. I'm the same. And I put all my efforts into them. And I feel drained. I do. Literally. You're caring so much about everyone else and their well-being. And I love that this business helps you to grow really deep and be really self-aware. And then all of a sudden you're like, I want to help everyone else do the same. You know, my brother, he's unhappy. And I ask him questions like, what makes you unhappy? And he shares that with me. And I say, what can you do to change that? How can I help? Right? I know you guys are feeling me on this because as you do your deepening of your self-awareness, you start to want to help others do the same, especially your friends, your mom, your brothers, your sisters, your dad, everyone. You want to help them up level their life, and it ends up draining you unless you have a good balance in self-care, which I personally don't. And then you feel overwhelmed and you feel drained emotionally and you can't give to your business. And your business does need your health and your emotions. Your business needs that because you have to care about people and you have to talk to them in a caring way, right? So if you feel that, pull yourself back, root yourself in self-care. What is your guys' favorite self-care tips? My muscles tensing up. Oh my god. So I need more self-care. What are your guys' self-care tips? And it's not personal development, it's self-care. I can share some of mine if you want. Self-care tips. Mine's is getting my eyelashes done. I'm not gonna lie about it. Getting my eyelashes done, making sure my hair is nice. I go to Target. We know this. Go to Target and walk down every aisle. Honestly, that is really good self-care for me anyway. Putting everything down and turning everything off and watching my children and the things they say. Don't make me cry. Things they say, their little giggles. I like put my face in them and I smell them, their baby skin. It makes my heart like laugh and smile. That's self-care. Spending time with people who lift you. For me, it's my best friends who are on that same like high level mindset and goals. That kind of stuff is self-care. Spending time talking with your husband, waking up early and drinking coffee in the quiet. Who said something about coffee? I do that too. Brit, coffee in a quiet place and yoga. Emily, I don't self-care. Oh my God, Emily. Okay, Emily's gonna self-care soon. I was gonna say this weekend, but I know you have kids at home, so that might have to wait till like Monday morning or something. You can also find quiet in the midst of chaos. We went to a hotel and my kids were jumping around in the pool. My husband took them to the pool. My baby was sitting on me. I posted a picture of this. And in that moment, I just tuned everyone out. And I took a sip of my virgin lava flow because I love virgin lava flows. Took a sip and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And I just pretended like everything was good. Like a moment in self-care. You can do that. You can do that when you live with 8 people like I do and have 3 children. Britt said a mud mask. Kaylee, eyelash extensions and shopping. Face masks, yes. Target is dangerous. Target! Playing with your dogs. Sid, I'm embarrassed. I've been obsessed with country singer Maren Morris. Yes, awesome. So I totally jam out in my car. It makes me happy and literally ready to take on my day. Don't be embarrassed. You're so fun. I want to be in your car. Kareen, I texted Ashley this. I seen Ashley Campbell go to Target and buy gold storage, so I went to Target and bought gold storage. And I texted Kareen back. I was like, I love you so much. And I'm so glad that you know Mean Girls, because sometimes I talk in Mean Girl quotes and people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, don't you watch Mean Girls? So we're all gonna go watch Mean Girls and have a laugh. Emily, self-care like that. Okay, all about your babies. Awesome. Alyssa, I normally rate my days. Ooh, okay. Alyssa says, I normally rate my days and ask myself what I can do to get to the next number. Sometimes it's simple, like just go outside or get a boba. One time it was hopping on a plane last minute to go to Kauai. Just one time. Awesome. Okay, Britt's suggesting bubble baths for Emily. I do bubble baths with my kids. I go in first and I do the bubbles. I'm like, time to myself. They come in, I'm like, here, play with this toy. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I take up the whole tub and I'm laying and I'm pretending like I'm in a spa, even though they're jumping on top of me. So you can do it with children. Or I feed my kids at the table and I'm like, sit at the table, eat your food, eat nicely, use a napkin, right? Because we got to train them. And then when they're all done, I make my plate and I sit on the couch by myself and I eat quietly. Okay. You guys, self-care. When you're in a block, you're overwhelmed, taking care of everyone else, come into your business and you're overwhelmed, you're drained, no energy, no emotions left. Fill your cup. Self-care, whatever it takes. Okay. And my last tip for breaking through blocks is going to be self-development. We talked in the beginning through some of your guys' blocks, and I talked about beliefs and mindset. The way you think about network marketing, the way you think about money, the way you think about your oils, the way you think about this business, the way you think about life, they're all based on your mindset and your beliefs. I had no idea what this was, by the way. But even when I started this business, I still had no idea. Noelle was talking about beliefs by rank. She was talking about mindset. I'm like, what are you even saying? It's something that comes with this business. If you guys came into this business and you know mindset and beliefs, I'm so proud of you and happy for you. You are one step ahead of me, that's for sure. So, beliefs. I'm not good enough. No one wants to buy oils. No one has money to buy oils. No one on my team is building. That's another belief. You guys feel free to throw out some beliefs. Beliefs and then mindset. Mindset is the way you think. You have to up-level your mindset when you hit a block. I'm like, mindset or belief, mindset or belief. Like hand in hand. Let me see what you guys are saying. Lay said, feels like the only time I get self-care is when I'm in the shower. I've turned into my child human pacifier. I thought it was going to get easier, but it hasn't. I used to self-care by getting monthly pedicures and Brazilians every 3 weeks, but everything is spread out now. What can you do to get back to that? I know it's so hard. There was a time where my eyelid was bald because I didn't go to get my eyelashes, and I was like, I don't have time. That is a belief, you guys. That's a block. I don't have time. Turning that belief into I have all the time in the world. I have full control of my time. And so I was like, I'm gonna make it happen. I do my eyelashes every 3 weeks. And I'm like, husband, you have the kids. Eyelashes are very important to me. So I don't take time away from them in other areas. I say no to a lot of other things so that I make sure that he can watch the kids there. He's not watching the kids all the time, or I'm not asking him to watch the kids all the time. Yeah. Britt said, 1000% self-development. Mindset shifts help me get through so many tough times. But once it's switched, I feel like the weight was lifted, and I'm like, what the heck? Why was that even a block before? Limiting belief. Someone else has already done it, and whoa, here's a belief. Limiting belief. Someone else has already done it and did it better than me. Whew. Crazy. I feel that too. I don't want you guys to think that I don't have any limiting beliefs. I don't have anything holding me back in my mindset. I may be a diamond, but with diamonds comes different beliefs, limiting beliefs, and different mindset work, and a whole heck of a lot more responsibility. So thinking about and identifying limiting beliefs when you're in that, and doing the things, the mindset work, to work through things so that when you do hit that block, you know how to shift your mind too. Self-development, mindset, Whole Fit podcasts, mindset, Mommy Millionaire podcast. I don't know if you've heard of her yet. Noelle just turned me on to her. Boss Ladies Mindset on IG. Follow them. I love them. Limiting beliefs. I think that is going to be more looking up limiting beliefs. Like Google that. I've also I think Empowered Success we have some limiting beliefs. Oh, I can't remember where I saw that. Look limiting beliefs up. That way you're aware of it so you can catch yourself in it. Limiting belief, like Britt said, someone else has already done it and did it better than me. You want to shift that to, it doesn't matter what anyone else did. I have something to share, and someone is waiting for me to share it with them. And when you guys do something and everything we do, someone's already done it. Maybe they've done it better, but who cares? Do it because you want to do it, because it fills you, because it motivates you, because it gets you excited and inspires you. Okay. Lay said, my biggest block is making time, and I'm starting to work on it slowly. Slowly, baby steps. It's all good. Maybe I can suggest something to you because I've had to adjust a little bit as I looked at priorities. What's priority? Oh, I remember this quote, you guys. Oh, I love this one. How you spend your time shows what your priority is. How you spend your time shows what you prioritize. So say you look at your week and you're like, where did I spend most of my time? If you have a job, that makes sense, right? But when you're not at work, where are you spending your time? Oh, I'm Netflixing, I'm scrolling through Instagram and an hour just went by. I didn't even realize an hour went by. I'm cooking and cleaning and meeting my friends for coffee. And then I did like an hour of doTERRA. How you spend your time shows what you prioritize. So then you're like, oh, shoot. I actually prioritize scrolling Instagram a lot and Netflixing a lot. And I only did 1 hour in doTERRA, which means I prioritize that last. So how you spend your time, where you spend your time, shows what you prioritize. So if you want doTERRA to be successful, you have to put it high up on that priority list. I'm not saying don't do self-care and all that stuff and like put that above self-care, but I am saying that you're gonna have to find that balance. Okay, I'm gonna share this story and it's kind of embarrassing. When Noelle asked me to do this business, I literally told her that I can't do this business because they don't have time. Like, yeah, that'd be fun. It's fun. I think I could. It took me a while, but I was like, yeah, okay, I think I can do it. And I was like, oh, I just don't have time. And I was playing this game called The Sims. Maybe some of you have heard this story. I was playing a game called The Sims. I've been playing it since 6th grade. I love it so much. Love The Sims. And Sims 4 logs the amount of time that you spend playing that game. And one time I looked at it and I was like, 26 hours? I spent 26 hours in a week playing my Sims game. But I loved it. Like, I worked like 50-hour weeks. And then I had my daughter. And then at the end of the night, I'd be playing Sims. You guys, I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm not at the same time. Who cares? Whatever. It's my story. I logged 26 hours in 1 week on The Sims. And if that didn't log my hours, it wouldn't have helped me be self-aware of where I'm spending my time. I saw that and I called Noelle. I was like, I have time. Like, Noelle, I do have time. And so it was just funny because I literally was working a 50-hour a week job. I told you guys in the other training, $18 an hour wasn't that much. It wasn't enough to provide for my family and save up for a home and my wedding and all that. And then I'd come home and I have a 2-year-old daughter and I'm waking up early to take care of her and pack all these things and make sure she's set and my lunch is packed and all that stuff, right? And I clean the house. It's all the same stuff that I do now. But at the very end of the night, I'm playing Sims. So I did have a lot of responsibility at that time and a full-time job, but I somehow found time to play Sims. And so it just showed that I was prioritizing that. And when you take a step back and look at your time, just see if there's something that can give or take a little bit. And so, you guys, where am I even going with this? Is this about self-development? I think it does count as self-care. I just think 26 hours in 1 week is just a little extreme. Okay, so self-development. When you reach a block, you want to work through your limiting beliefs and your mindset. And you can do that with podcasts, with reading network marketing books, because you want to build your belief in network marketing and your understanding of network marketing. You want to maybe look into doTERRA more so that you can build your belief and understanding of doTERRA, what their mission is, the compensation plan, any of that. Whatever you need to build your limiting beliefs, break through your limiting beliefs and break through to up-level your mindset. Reading books. Rachel Hollis, remember her? We love her. Girl, Wash Your Face. That's a really good one. Yeah, podcasts, books, and then looking up limiting beliefs so that you can identify when you're in a limiting belief and break through it. Okay. Anybody have any questions? My question for you is, because I want to make sure that you have an action plan in place. When you reach a block, the next time that you do, what are you going to do to break through? Now I can see your faces because I opened the video screen. I wish, oh, not all of you are showing your faces. Like, I wish I saw you guys laughing at me. The next time you guys reach a block, what are you going to do? What is going to be your action plan in place? I just gave you a bunch of tips like understand your why more, develop your why more, remember your why, get some motivation by your going through your goals and your dreams. Remove yourself from everything and self-care, reground yourself, break through limiting beliefs, up-level your mindset, listen to a podcast, go to the beach, put your feet in the sand, in the ocean, at the shoreline, go outside and plant your feet in the grass. Those are my favorite. Roots in nature. So next time you hit a block, what are you going to do to break through? The other tip was resources. Go back to a resource. When you're like, I'm inviting, but no one's coming to my class. Go back to a resource. Okay, I love it. Emily said, go back to her why. Alyssa said, go to Target. Kidding. But yes, factor in self-care and use your oils. Brits, call a mentor. Do some self-care, journal, reflect, see what limiting belief you have, and then listen to your podcast to help break through. Get back to your why. Get some inspiration. Sid, take care of me, take more care of me, and spend time with yourself. Awesome. Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Let's stop the recording.